On January 4, 2012, a mysterious image appeared on the random board of 4chan, a corner of the internet known for its chaotic and often strange content. The image was simple, white text on a black background. It read, "Hello. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test." This message was the start of one of the most elaborate and complex scavenger hunts the internet has ever seen. The post was signed by a group calling itself 3301, later known as Cicada 3301. Little did anyone know, this was the beginning of a multi-year puzzle that would span the digital and physical worlds, drawing in thousands of the brightest minds from across the globe. The initial image itself was a puzzle. Embedded within the digital data of the image file was a hidden message, a classic steganography technique. Codebreakers and curious users quickly discovered that opening the image in a text editor revealed a string of characters. This was a Caesar cipher, a simple substitution code, which when decrypted, led to a URL. This first step was just a taste of the complexity to come. The URL led to another image, this time of a duck, with a message that read, "Whoops, just decoys this way. Looks like you can't guess how to get the message out." This was a clever misdirection. The real puzzle involved using a program called Outguess to extract yet another hidden message from the original image. This new message led to a subreddit on Reddit, filled with posts containing lines of cryptic code and numbers in a strange language. The numbers were identified as Mayan numerals, and the code, when pieced together, formed a book code. The solvers had to decipher which book was the key. The clues pointed towards The Lady of the Fountain, a tale from a collection of Welsh medieval stories. Using the book as a key, the participants unlocked a phone number. Those who called it heard a pre-recorded message. "Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com to find the next step." The 2 other prime numbers were the dimensions of the original image, 509 and 503. Multiplying 3301, 509, and 503 together resulted in a massive number, which, when followed by .com, formed the next URL. This website featured a large image of a cicada and a countdown timer. When the countdown hit 0, the image was replaced with a series of coordinates. These were not digital locations, they were physical GPS coordinates pointing to places in 14 different cities around the world, including Warsaw, Paris, Seattle, and Seoul. The hunt had officially spilled over into the real world. At each of these locations, participants found posters taped to lamp posts and other public fixtures. Each poster featured the now iconic cicada image and a QR code. This global element proved that the creators of the puzzle were an organized, well-funded group with a worldwide reach. Scanning the QR codes led to yet another set of clues, pushing solvers deeper into the digital realm. The puzzles that followed involved obscure poetry, deep web addresses accessible only through the Tor network, and complex cryptography. The challenges were designed to test a vast range of skills, from steganography and cryptography to knowledge of ancient texts and number theory. The puzzles required not just individual brilliance, but also massive collaboration. Online communities and forums sprang up, with thousands of people working together, sharing findings, and collectively trying to crack the next stage. It was a beautiful display of collaborative problem-solving on a global scale. After weeks of intense effort, the trail led to a private address on the Tor network. However, by the time most of the groups got there, the site displayed a message. It stated that 3301 had found the individuals they were looking for and that the opportunity was now closed. For the vast majority of participants, the journey ended here, with no answers and no grand reveal. The few who made it to the end before the deadline, the first throughs, were reportedly given a final, personal puzzle. After solving it, they were invited to a private forum. What happened next is shrouded in mystery, as those who were accepted were sworn to secrecy. They received an email congratulating them and were asked questions about their beliefs on topics like censorship, information freedom, and privacy. According to the few who have spoken out, albeit anonymously, they were not offered a job or money. Instead, they were invited to join a community of like-minded intellectuals. The goal was to collaborate on projects aimed at developing software that would advance the cause of privacy and freedom of information in the digital age. Exactly 1 year later, on January 4, 2013, Cicada 3301 returned. A new image was posted on 4chan with a similar message, "Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues." The 2013 puzzle was just as intricate as the first, if not more so. It started with an image that, when analyzed, revealed a book code. This time, the key was Liber Alvel Legis, a text by the occultist Aleister Crowley. The decrypted message led solvers to a music file, a composition of original electronic music. Hidden within the audio spectrogram was another clue. This trail led through more ciphers, ancient runes, and even a virtual private server. Once again, the puzzle culminated in a series of physical locations around the globe, from the United States to Japan and Russia. And, just like the year before, the first few to solve the final steps were accepted, while the rest were met with a message that the search was over. In 2014, the pattern repeated. Another puzzle was released, building on the themes and complexity of the previous years. It involved an elaborate work of art titled Interconnectedness, which was filled with layers of hidden data. The puzzle required knowledge of Anglo-Saxon runes, esoteric philosophy, and advanced cryptography. This time, however, something was different. The 2014 puzzle seemed to fizzle out without a clear conclusion. Many believe that no one was ever officially recruited from this round, or that the final stage was so difficult it was never solved by the public. After this third iteration, Cicada 3301 went silent for a while. So, who was behind this incredibly elaborate, multi-year global recruitment test? The identity of Cicada 3301 remains one of the internet's greatest unsolved mysteries. The level of sophistication, global coordination, and funding required for the puzzles has led to widespread speculation. Some theories suggest a government intelligence agency like the CIA, NSA, or MI6 was using the puzzles as an unconventional recruitment tool for codebreakers and analysts. The emphasis on cryptography and security certainly fits the profile. However, the group's stated ideals of information freedom and privacy seem to clash with the objectives of many government surveillance programs. Another popular theory is that Cicada 3301 is a secret society or a think tank of activists and programmers. This aligns with the group's supposed goal of developing privacy-enhancing technology. They weren't looking for employees, they were looking for new members to join their cause, a decentralized collective dedicated to a specific philosophical mission. A few early participants who claim to have made it through have suggested that Cicada 3301 is not affiliated with any government or corporation. They describe it as a group of friends who share a passion for cryptography and an ideological commitment to individual liberty in the digital age. Despite the intense scrutiny from the world's best amateur and professional sleuths, no one has ever definitively unmasked the group. Their operational security has been flawless. They have left no digital fingerprints, and no verified members have ever come forward to reveal their identity. The puzzles stopped appearing with the same regularity after 2014. A message did appear on Twitter in 2016, warning against imposters, but a new full-scale puzzle never materialized. It seems that for now, the Cicada has gone back underground. The legacy of Cicada 3301 is not just the mystery it left behind. It's the journey it created for thousands of people. It was a test that celebrated intellectual curiosity, collaborative effort, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It showed that the internet could be a place for something more than just casual entertainment. It could be a platform for one of the most challenging and engaging intellectual quests ever devised. The puzzles push the boundaries of what a game could be, blurring the lines between the digital and the real. For a few brief years, Cicada 3301 captivated a global community, bringing strangers together in a shared pursuit of a solution. And while we may never know who they are or what they ultimately achieved, their story remains a fascinating chapter in the history of the internet. What do you think? Was Cicada 3301 a government agency, a secret society, or something else entirely? The truth is still out there, hidden in the digital shadows, waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this dive into the internet's greatest mystery, be sure to subscribe to Curiosity Repo for more explorations of the unknown. We're always digging deeper to bring you the most fascinating stories from the world of science, technology, and history. Thanks for watching.